Spalding, Quincy High School Principal Keith Ford. We welcome you to tonight's basketball-football contest between the visiting Titans of Pembroke High School and your Quincy High presidents. Prior to tonight's game, Quincy would like to celebrate our seniors from both the cheerleading and football programs. These young men and women from the class of 2024 have put a tremendous amount of time, effort, and dedication into their respective programs. The leaderships our seniors have demonstrated to our younger students will surely carry on in the future, and we look forward to having them back after graduation and support our athletic programs as alumni. We wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. And now at this time, we would like to call our seniors to have a photo taken with their family. First up, the senior cheerleader. The first cheerleader is Kristen Donovan with her mom, Karen. Let's give it up for Kristen. Next we have senior Sarah Doyle with her mom, Jennifer, dad, Glenn, her papa, William, and sister, Allie. Let's give it up for Sarah. Next we have senior Mint Jindowit with her mom, Lucky. Let's give it up for Mint. Next we have senior Esther Oliveira with dad, Max, and stepmother, Daleen. Next up we have Eva Pekarski. She's coming out with her mother Danielle, her sister Izzy, her grandmother Karen, and a special remembrance to her grandfather, Paul Pekarski. Next up we have senior Lavina Ugwu, coming out with her mom, Karen Reynolds. Next we have senior Aaliyah Wiggins with her mother, Jada. Let's give it up for Aaliyah. And that's it for our senior cheerleaders. Let's give it up for our seniors. And now it's time for the senior football players. Number 2, Josh Cannon, and number 9, Captain Gabe Rodriguez. Coming out with Josh's mom, Jessica, his dad, Jason, his Nana Faye, and his brother, Will. Let's give it up for Josh and Gabe. Next we have senior number 4, Larry Brown, with his mother, Pauline Russell. Next Next we have senior number 5, Will Lanergan. Will's being accompanied by his mom, Laurie, his dad, Bill, and his brother, Jonathan. Let's give it up for Will. Next we have senior number 6, Gavin Regan, with his mom, Kara, and brothers, Brendan and Kyle. Let's give it up for Gavin. Next we have number 7, Captain Kevin Gray. Kevin is being accompanied by his dad, Sean, his mom, Amy, and his brother, Sean. Next we have number 8, Ashton Harris. Ashton is coming out with his mom, Nicole, and his dad, Jonathan. Next we have number 14, Owen Desmond. Owen is being accompanied by his mom, Denise, his dad, Justin, and his brothers, Cody and Devin. Let's give it up for Owen. Next we have senior number 21, Felipe Ducioni. Coming out with his mom, Simone, his cousin Victor, and his sister Caroline. Next we have senior number 33, Francesco Bellomo, coming out with his mother, Amanda. Next we have number 46, senior Joseph Fry, coming out with his aunt Courtney. Let's give it up to Joseph. Next we have number 52, Antonio Branch. Antonio's coming out with Coach Crawford. Let's give it up for Antonio. And last but not least, we have number 72, Captain Big Sam Swan. Sam is being accompanied by his mom, Sarah, his dad, Ed, and his sister, Serena. Let's give it up for Big Sam Swan. Could everyone please give one last round of applause for this 2024 senior class? If you could all gather together for one big senior picture, that would be great. Thank you. Special shout out to Disco Diaz out there in the crowd.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to QATV for tonight's Roll Hats presentation of the Quincy High Presidents versus the Pembroke Titans in this high school football matchup. My name is Steve Mays. John Clary is not with us tonight, the voice of QATV. It will be myself, and we will have a multitude of guests tonight. We'll have 4 or 5 people up here at different times, giving you different ideas of what they do and what this night means to them and what this game is and everything like that. It's also senior night here at Veterans Memorial Stadium for the Quincy High Presidents, as you just saw. And Quincy High went back into the locker room to have one final talk. Coach Crawford's going to give them one final talk, the words of inspiration before they come out, and we're going to get this game started. So you know, the captains for Pembroke High School: number 5, Will McNamara; number 44, Will Johnson; number 55, Hunter Burke; number 59, Cole Griffin; number 74, Patrick Norman. The captains for Quincy High: number 3, Alex Martinez; number 7, Kevin Gray; number 9, Gabriel Rodriguez; number 11, Nathan Goff; and number 72, Sam Swan. Again, like I said, we'll have a whole bunch of people up here tonight to tell you what they do for Quincy High and what this night means to them. And between senior night and Roll Hats weekend here at Veterans Memorial Stadium for Quincy High, we will get going soon, and we will send it down to the referee for the coin toss, the national anthem, and I'll be back for the kickoff.
Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes, and assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. Tonight's head coach for Pembroke is Steve Aborn. Pembroke's captains are number 5, Will McNamara; number 44, Will Johnson; number 55, Hunter Burke; number 59, Cole Griffin; and number 74, Patrick Norman.
Good evening. Mr. Andre will be umpire. I'm Mr. Ashworth. I'll be the referee. Shake hands, introduce yourselves.
Alex. Number 3, Alex Martinez. Number 7, Kevin Gray. Number 9, Gabe Rodriguez. Number 11,
Okay,
Nate
you guys
Goff.
have been
And number
elected
72,
captains for a reason.
Sam
Control your
Swan.
teams so we don't have to. If we have to, now it's yellow flags all over the place. The game's not fun. Quincy, I'm sorry, Pembroke, you are the away team. You're going to be calling it. That's a head. The state's a head. Tail will be the whistle. You ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Call it in the air, please.
Yes, sir. Heads. All the heads.
And it is a tail. Quincy,
want the ball.
you want the ball? Okay. Quincy's one, going to receive. Which way do you want to kick?
We want to defend the side.
Defend? Okay, put your backs there. Quincy over here. Okay, Quincy's won the toss, elected to receive. Shake hands, let's have a good ball game.
Quincy has elected to receive. Pembroke will be defending the north end zone.
Pembroke called heads, it came up tails. Quincy High wins the toss, and they have elected to take the ball. I know most teams would defer to the second half, but Quincy High feels like they can put some points up right away. So Quincy High is going to receive the ball, the opening kickoff. They come in here with a record of 2-2, starting off hot, going 2-0, and then at Westwood and at Braintree didn't have the best nights and made 2-2. Pembroke comes in with a record of 1-3. Should be a good night. They're going to ask you to rise for the national anthem and then kickoff here at Veterans.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're ready to get this contest underway here as Pembroke is kicking off to Quincy High.
Back to return the kick for Quincy, number 3, Alex Martinez.
Looks like Alex
And
Martinez
number
is deep
16, Jaden
for
Francois.
Quincy High, and Jaden Francois is also deep for Quincy High. Kicking off for Pembroke is number 22, Wes Higgins. Francois takes the opening kick, gets to about the 22, and we're ready for first and 10 here. Let's get a replay of that opening
First and
kickoff.
10 for the Presidents from their own 21-yard line.
Great catch by Francois. Very tough to catch the ball, kickoff ball like that. A great catch by him, and just getting what he could. 21 and a half. So the regular quarterback for Quincy High is number 11, Nate Goff, junior captain. He is not the quarterback tonight. He is hurt. They have almost like a wildcat formation with Gabe Rodriguez taking the opening snap. He'll toss it to number 12.
Pitch to number 33. Direction number 32, Jonas Alla.
32, Jonas Alla.
Loss of 1 on the play.
With a loss of 1, we'll get second down and 11. Looks like Gabe is remaining as the quarterback with Alla to his right. 4 wide receivers for Quincy High. Put the handoff up the middle.
Alla up the middle. Gain of 1.
With a gain of 1 there, we have 3rd and 10 for the opening possession here for the Presidents. Let's see if they change up the quarterbacks or if Gabe is going to remain as the quarterback. He will remain as the quarterback. Looks like he's the guy tonight. They get trips to the bottom of the screen. Single wide receiver up at the top. Try a hard count. Try to draw him off sides. Pembroke does a good job of staying on sides. Looks like they're only rushing 3. Quincy High should have plenty of time. Plenty of protection time. Quarterback draw. Designed quarterback draw for Rodriguez. He runs a Pembroke defender over. Looks like he has a Quincy High first down.
First down, Quincy.
If you follow Quincy High, you know that Gabe Rodriguez is their running back. And the best runner on the team, had a tremendous year last year and is having a tremendous year so far this year. So it's no surprise that they design a quarterback draw for Rodriguez in 3rd and long, and he gets a first down, and we move the chains. 1st and 10.
Rodriguez's pass.
His pass on first down is incomplete.
Alex Martinez.
Incomplete to Martinez. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Presidents.
Now they bring in number 10, Braden O'Connell, who's a sophomore at quarterback, and Gabe Rodriguez will be the running back. Handoff to Rodriguez up the middle. Not much going on there.
Rodriguez up the middle for a gain of 1.
3rd and 9.
Tackled by number 44, Wilt Johnson. Third and 9 for the Presidents.
3rd and 9. O'Connell remains a quarterback. Rodriguez remains a running back. We got a timeout for Pembroke. Okay, 3rd and 9 for the Presidents here in their opening drive. They converted their last 3rd down on a quarterback draw. But it looks like that O'Connell's going to remain a quarterback here on 3rd down. Pembroke had the timeout. Looks like they got everything situated here. Oh, boy, we got a fumble.
O'Connell, fumble on the play.
And we got a scoop and score.
McNamara taken into the end zone.
Scoop and score by number 71. Go to the replay there. Looks like there was a little confusion on the handoff, and O'Connell kind of turned right into the tackle, into the blitz, and he fumbled, and we had a scoop and score by Nick Carbone, D lineman from Pembroke. Very unfortunate there for Quincy High to come up with that. Again, looks like the snap was a little high, but it looks like he turned the wrong way. They had some confusion, turned right into a tackler. He fumbles it on the sack, and then you get a scoop and score. Just like that, Pembroke's up 6-0, trying to kick it to go to 7-0. The snap, the hold, the kick.
Kick.
The kick is good.
Good, making the score. Pembroke.
And with
7,
9 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game, the Pembroke Titans are up 7-0 on a scoop and score by the defense.
Martinez and Francois back to return for the Presidents.
Pembroke set to kick off here, number 22, Wes Wiggins. And again, Francois and Martinez are back deep for the Presidents. Tell you what, that's exactly what you want if you're Pembroke. You lose the toss, Quincy takes the ball, and you come out and get a defensive score right away to go up 7-0. See if the Presidents can respond here, get themselves a good return. They kick it to Francois again.
Pembroke's
Nope.
kick returned by
Martinez,
number 3,
excuse me.
Martinez breaks a tackle.
Martinez down the middle of the field
Martinez
with a great return.
down.
Alex Martinez, great return by Alex Martinez there. And let's get a replay of that. So it looked like Pembroke kicked it to the same side of the field, but Quincy High switched up the returners. They had Francois on that side. Last time they put Martinez on that side. So they kicked it to the same side, and Martinez had a really good return, broke a couple tackles, got across the 50 to the 45,
From Pembroke's
and we're moving now.
43-yard line correction.
First and 10 from the 43 for the Presidents. Rodriguez back as the quarterback. Looks like again a
Rodriguez cuts back.
design quarterback draw, and he goes nowhere.
Stays on his feet, but stoppage in play. Tackled by number 44, Will Johnson.
They actually gave him a loss of
Also
one
number
there.
55, Hunter Burke in on the
Second
tackle.
down and 11. I mentioned a couple
Loss of
weeks
one
ago,
for
Quincy High is big up front. They got some
Second
big,
and
big,
11.
big boys, but you don't get your pads on anybody, it doesn't matter how big you are. Second and 11. Rodriguez takes a snap, goes
Rodriguez
for a
to the
quarterback
right.
sweep to the
Rodriguez.
right.
Tackled by
Gets
number
maybe back.
21,
Gets maybe back to the line of
Mascaro.
scrimmage. Looked like they had him hooked on the outside there, but Gabe obviously didn't see it, and it wasn't there. A good
2 on
pursuit
the
by
play.
Pembroke. So we have third down and 9. Like right there, it looks like he can just hit the corner, but looks like 22 comes up in pursuit. 21 comes up in pursuit, makes a great tackle. Third and 9 for the Presidents. Rodriguez remains the quarterback. Handoff.
Rodriguez to follow. Loss of 2 on the play. Correction. Loss of 3 on the play. 4th and 12.
Fourth
for the
down and
Presidents.
12 for the Presidents on their second drive. Looks like nobody, no hold there. So you have a great return by Martinez. He gets you across the 50 into Pembroke territory, and you move him backwards here. Fourth down, Rodriguez with a kick.
Rodriguez's punt
He's going to punt it. Good punt. Quincy can't get it.
into the end zone for a touchback.
So we get a touchback. I think the ball comes out to maybe the 20, 25.
First and 10 for
As
Pembroke
you can see
from the
here,
20-yard
Rodriguez
line.
with a good punt, and it rolls down there, but Quincy just can't get it before it takes that awkward bounce into the end zone. Before we talk about Pembroke's next drive, my first guest in the booth has finally arrived, and it is none other than Scott Campbell. Scott, welcome to the booth. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming up here.
Thank you for having me here, Steve. Excited to be here.
Quincy High grad. Tell everybody what year you graduated. Let's start this off the right way.
It was many years ago. Let's just put it that way.
Played at Quincy
Quarterback
High.
tonight for Pembroke, number 2, Owen
Went to
Tate.
Quincy High, and we talked earlier about Roll Hats weekend, and you kind of put this whole thing together, which is amazing. So they start out. Pembroke starts with a sweep on their first play by number 18, Jaden
to the
Leonard.
right.
Not by not much there for Jaden. Francois did a great job coming up and turning it back into his help, Kevin Gray, with the tackle. Scott, this is the second year for Roll Hats Weekend. Last year was a huge success. This year, another huge success. We had a little bit of rain today because it only rains on Saturdays here in Quincy for some crazy reason. But what is Roll Hats Weekend? How does that all get off the ground and get going?
Well, Roll Hats Weekend was, I think the architect was Coach Bob Noble. He came to us with a homecoming idea and concept that he learned down in Hingham, where they had a day where they allowed all the clubs, activities, sports teams to come around and really just showcase all they have to offer. And he felt that homecoming day would have been great, and we ended up kind of combining it with a slogan like Roll Hats, like Roll Tide from Alabama Crimson Tide. It's been taken off this year. Last year it was people buying in a little bit, but now I feel like they're fully bought in. So,
how does somebody get into Roll Hats? Like if you were a club and you wanted to get into Roll Hats, how do you do that? You contact you, Bob Noble, the principal. How does that work?
Yeah, so it's really open to everybody. We're trying to. We had clubs, the Girl Rising. We had the robotics team. We had STEM. The STEM group. We had countless amounts of different groups and activities here today, and it was just really enlightening to just see how talented the kids in the school are, and how much they really enjoyed the interacting with each other. We looked at it like the Breakfast Club, where everybody came together and everybody represented some sort, but at the end they all became friends. So kind of that's what we're hoping for.
So we had an offsides by Quincy High defense gave Pembroke an automatic first down. On first down there, Gabe and Kevin Gray have big tackles right there, so we have second down, and it remains 10. They don't get anything on that play. It's
Kevin Gray did a real good job sealing that end.
Yeah, he turned him right back into where all the help was. So if we stay with the Roll Hats for a minute here, everybody knows about baseball, basketball, football, hockey, soccer, stuff like that. But as you just said, you had all clubs from Quincy High here. You had all groups from Quincy High here. It wasn't just, the big sports that everybody comes out to see. You got a ton of people here tonight to watch this football game, but how many are going to the debate? But you still have to showcase those kids. Those kids are in there working hard like everybody else. This is something that we talked about and the alumni should get behind. What kind of response have you had from last year to this year from the alumni?
The alumni always steps up. We're very, very lucky that we have a really active alumni group, and they've actually become even more active as we've developed this and gotten stronger. They're getting the concept of it as much on the alumni side as they are on the student side. And I think once you have the buy-in, everybody wants to throw their help and support. We had a lot of people helping out in that case. So.
Third down and 8 for Pembroke. Strike over the middle for first down from Pembroke, and they keep the drive going. Last year we watched the Pembroke game at Pembroke. We both have a mutual friend that coaches, maybe your best friend, that coaches over there, and his son Jake was a tremendous, Mike Falco, who's the coach, and Jake was a great player.
Jake is actually my godson.
Is he?
He is.
Wow.
Yep. He's here tonight.
Is he?
Yep. Hey, Jake.
That throw reminded me of him. Something that was on point, and that's what made me think about it. I saw Falco running across the field earlier, and
legend. He's a legend.
The best, the absolute best. First and 10 for the Titans. They are on another offsides by Quincy High. I was going to say they're on the 45, but now they're moving. They're on the move.
On the defense, 5-yard penalty. Down remains 1.
I think there's a lot of excitement happening today. There was a senior night that happened tonight with the cheerleaders and the players, and as you get out here, there's a lot of jittery nerves, and we hope that they settle down here, because I think that they've got a good little team that they can pull this off. So,
yeah, I mean. We got an injury timeout here. 52 for Quincy High was coming off the field. Antonio Branch looks like he hurt himself a little bit, maybe a cramp or something like that, so he's going to need a few seconds. Last year, Roll Hats weekend. They played Westwood. Was by far the most exciting game of the year. They hit a touchdown pass with a few seconds left to J.C. Ham for the win. And the excitement of the kids running on the field after and, you know, bouncing up and down with the players and singing the fight song and all that stuff. It's what this weekend is all about, right? It's definitely what this. I watched the Texas-Oklahoma college game today, the Red River rivalry, and Oklahoma scores late to win, and the place goes crazy. They storm the field, and the quarterback from Oklahoma in the post-game interview said, "This is why I came to Oklahoma, and this is what college football is all about." If you can draw that excitement in high school, even if it's just one weekend, it's the way to go.
Sure.
Great tackle there by Francois on first down and 5.
Gavin Regan really made the play there. He extended the play out to the sideline, so it was a great play.
And then Francois come up and made the tackle. You played cornerback.
I played safety.
Safety.
Yep.
Did you ever run the alley like that and make a big play?
I was more of a let's see if I can catch them after they catch the ball type of defender. we had a nice team as well. So
7 for Pembroke.
It's like 2nd and 7 for Pembroke here. Again, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. They're up 7-0. They had a scoop and score to open up. This is their first offensive drive. And to be honest with you, without the penalties, you know, the run game really hasn't done much. Those are 2 tremendous passes there by Owen Pace, the number 2, the quarterback Owen Pace, who's a junior, by the way. You know, he must have learned a lot from Falco last year, but he's a junior. Those are 2 really good strikes that he threw for the first down. So the passing game's working for Pembroke. The running game, they're not as effective. Quincy High is doing a very good job with the run, but they are moving the ball, and it's first down again, and they are in Quincy territory. First down, handoff up the middle is stuffed by number 2, Josh Cannon.
Josh hits like a cannon. He's always been that tough kid. He's really strong.
Man, he filled that hole nice.
Yep. Really good football player.
Put his helmet on the football just like he's supposed to. Did a great job. That's a 4-yard loss for Pembroke to bring up 2nd down and 14. We'll see if Pace will sling it on this down here. So again, we got 2nd and 14. We got trips to the bottom of the screen, a single receiver to the top. We have penalties.
I was getting it with you. Delay a game on the offense.
Delay a game on
5-yard
the
penalty.
offense.
Still going to be 2nd down.
5-yard penalty there.
penalty.
2nd and 19. I'm sure what they have in the playbook for 2nd and 19. We're going to find out real soon. We spoke to Coach Bob Noble. I see him roaming the sidelines down there.
Yeah, he's someone that really we need to spend some time on because he's really, like I said, the architect of the whole Roll Hats role here.
He might be the architect of Quincy High football.
Sure.
Great ball by Pace. He's got his receiver. Will McNamara, touchdown by the captain, Will McNamara. He is a senior. Looks like he just ran a seam route there. Good protection for Pace and a great ball.
Yeah.
An absolute great ball. And it looks like, you know, juggled it a little bit, made the catch. But, you know, it looked like there were 2 guys that were looking. One guy thought he had him and the other guy thought he had him. Kevin Gray was kind of looking around. And Diego Gonzalez was looking around. And they weren't sure about the coverage there. That's unfortunate. On 2nd and 19, I said they don't have a play for 2nd and 19. You're right. They had a play for 2nd and 45. Yeah, it was 2nd and 45 to them.
Yeah.
Pembroke lines up for the point after and puts it through to make it 14-0.
Pembroke 14.
With 1 minute left in the first quarter, it is 14-0, the Pembroke Titans.
Yeah, the Presidents seem to be shooting themselves in the foot here a little bit.
Second and long, you gotta know the coverage. But it's things you got to correct, right?
Yep, yep.
You got to get better after that play, and you got to make some adjustments, and you got to go from there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your history at Quincy High School. Player, a couple different sports, coach. Tell us about Scott Campbell at Quincy High. Look this is Roll Hats weekend.
Yeah.
This is about the alumni. You got to tell us what's going on.
About bringing us in. Yeah, no. So I was a 1989 graduate of Quincy High School. And played football 4 years, basketball all 4 years, entering track in the spring. It was a long time ago, but my favorite time at Quincy High School might have been when I was the freshman coach for the 1997.
We graduated in '98, but the game was in 1997.
Yeah, that senior year class was one of my favorites of all time, and I happened to have a hard-hitting number 10 in the middle that played for me.
Good
Mr.
kickoff by
Mays.
Pembroke there, right there. Tried a little onside kick, but Leo Steinberg was ready for it. Got what he could, and then President's going to come out and try to put a drive together.
Yep, you're going to cut me off
Yes,
when I'm talking
absolutely.
about Steve Mays, huh?
Absolutely.
I think that the Presidents need to show a little bit more than one-dimensional play right now. I think that they need to, if nothing else, just throw a tight end pop here or something.
Something different, right?
Yep.
Looks like Rodriguez takes a snap, and again, looks like a self-called
Actually,
quarterback sneak.
he looked
or
like he wanted to throw
quarterback
there.
draw, maybe an RPO. And look, he gets 4 yards, right?
It looked like he was going to throw here, though. Or he was looking to throw there.
Number 44, Will
Yep.
Johnson.
Well, we get 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 for the Presidents.
I would say a long 5, but if you want to call it 6, that's fine. 2nd and 6, and the time is winding down here for the first quarter. 37 seconds left. Last time I did this with John, the clock said 0. They were still playing. Then they stopped it, and the clock said 3 minutes left.
Snap picked up by Rodriguez.
A bad snap on 2nd down. Rodriguez picks it up and gets maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of
Could have been
5.
a disaster that he ended up.
Yeah, he saved the ball. Happened to bounce right up to him, and yeah, he got what he got. So it looks like 3rd and 11.
For the Presidents.
And you just talked about shooting yourself in the foot, right? They get 5 yards on 1st down, they lose 6 on 2nd. It's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
But you work through the growing pains, right? You know you got to be glasses half full, never half empty, right? You got to work through the growing pains, and you got to get better every time.
Yep. I believe it's just the asking Gabe. Gabe's one of the top players in the state. I think he's been for the past 2 years. He's been just a solid, really good football player. He's a solid kid, really done well. He actually, speaking of number 9, he's with all due respect to him, he might be the 2nd best number 9 to ever play at Quincy High School.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, a tough loss with Chris Noble. He was a teammate of mine back in 1989, one of the greatest players of all time in my mind and my eyes. And shame to see him go, but he was number 9, and he could throw, I think, the ball flat foot about 70 yards, and just a special guy, special person. Really loved the game, and sad to see him go. But the job and work that Coach Noble's done over the years to try to bring to this school, bring to this city some special things, and he should be really thankful for all that he's done, because he's really done a special job, and he's always thinking of others. So the Roll Hats, to bring it back to Roll Hats, he was responsible for that. Kevin Mahoney coined the phrase. He had been toying with it for a little bit, and then we had the Martin brothers, Harvey and Jim Martin and Roberto DiTullio Martin. They all kicked in as soon as we started going down the road here, and they were really incredibly supportive and helpful, and people that they were always stepping up. John McNeil at Farla House, and all Dave McCarthy, the counselor, and the mayor's office. Everybody's been helpful. Everybody's really pitched in, and they see something that we're doing here, and they like it. So.
To start the second
At
quarter.
the end of the first quarter, Pembroke is up 14-0. We're going to start the second quarter. It looks like 4th and 8 for the Presidents, and Gabe Rodriguez is going to kick the ball. So they line up in not a traditional punt formation, so it's very tough for Pembroke to put somebody back there, because if they put somebody back there, then you could fake it and run or pass or something like that. So they play a regular defense. Gabe does a quick kick, if you will. It rolled his way that time. It did not get into the end zone. It looks like Quincy High was down there to touch it, to down it by Alex Martinez, and Pembroke's got the ball. They got a long way to go. They got 97 yards to go.
The first quick kick was done well by Gabe, and I think that
just took a bad bounce,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It
yeah.
didn't take a bad. It didn't check up like he thought.
Yep. Like your wedge.
Like my 7-iron from about 165 out.
Wow.
What yours is about 200 out, right? But okay. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Here's something you don't see all the time, right? Even in high school, college, pros, quarterback under center, straight I formation. You just don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
You just don't see that anymore. Number 44, Will Johnson with the carry. Grabs 2 yards. We get 2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8 for the Pembroke Titans, who are up 14-0 here. So Scott, to stay on the roll hats, we want to pound this home. I mean, this, you know how big this is. You see the alumni, you see Coach Noble, you see the mayor. I just saw the mayor. He's down there. Mayor Koch is down here supporting everything that you're doing. Coach Carey, the coach for the last couple years, is here. This isn't going away. This isn't a one and done. This isn't a flash in the pan. Roll Hats is here to stay.
It's here to stay, and I'm glad you brought up Kevin Carey, because I think without him it wouldn't have been as possible without Bridget Coleman and Dan Mongo and Jackie Nyosi. Last night was where we started with the volleyball, and everybody's is bought in. And then I think last year we went straight into what we call March Madness, Midnight Madness. First, I want to say Friday of December, we had all the winter sports come out and represent, and we had a nice event there. And in the spring, we had the Salute to Seniors, which really, it's been watching the kids really be highlighted, spotlighted, and then bringing in all the clubs and activities. It really unites the school, I think. Great play.
On 3rd and 5, Gabe Rodriguez fills a hole on a dive play, and
we got stood up, I think, by Jason Cannon.
They got 4th
Josh
down
Cannon,
here.
excuse me.
They got 4th down, deep in their territory, and obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, but I would say they're going to punt. But this is a situation where bad snap, fumbled snap. This is the break that Quincy High needs right here. And even if he gets it off right, you're going to have half a field, right?
Yep.
You're going to have just about half a field. He kicks it out of bounds.
The plus side.
Yeah. So you got less than half a field to work with. You're at the 45 going in. I don't think it's make or break yet, but Quincy High needs to put some points up. They need to change the momentum of the game right now. Scott, you mentioned that you don't just do roll hats for football or for soccer or for volleyball. This is a year-long thing. You don't stop saying roll hats the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Nope.
You have other sports that are going on, and and the clubs go year-round that you have to do it for them, because it's a year-long thing.
Right.
There are some people that played hockey and not anything else, or some people that played basketball and not it. Some people play baseball and nothing else.
Single sport, yeah. I mean,
and it has to go for them too.
Yep. Well, and I do have to give a huge shout out. Ooh.
Good run by Gabe.
Boy, he lowered his shoulder right there.
That's how you change the momentum of the game, right?
Yeah.
You got to play with a little bit of attitude.
He remembers, yeah. I have to mention two phenomenally. Actually, let me start with John Caleri and Joe Catalano. They brought us in and allowed us to be on QATV, but the two shining stars of this whole thing. Last year was Amira, I'd said, and this year we have Anna McPhillips and Tom Curtin, and they have absolutely blown everything out of the water. They went all in. They've been walking around with the giant president's hat on all day. And it's awesome to see because they see the value in this. And they're showing their school pride, and they're showing the amount of effort that they want people to get excited, and they're excited, and to just watch it happen. I'm very proud of them, and they've done an amazing job.
First down for the Presidents. They got to run up the middle for no gain. They get 2nd and 10. Scott, everybody knows who John Cleary is, but who are the other kids you're mentioning?
So Anna McPhillips is a senior goalie for the soccer team. Tom Curtin is a hockey player for the Quincy High, and he's
Along the carry to the left side, tripped up.
just missed that.
Man, if he picked his feet up,
Yeah.
Allen was gone.
Max Farrow with the tackle.
Right
for
there.
Nice
man.
play.
Great replay right there in the,
Yeah.
in the booth by Darty.
Yeah, so they're both seniors. I think the tradition of passing on to the next year. We're still working that out. Now that it's gained some momentum, I think kids want to be the person that does. Because we've been doing interviews all day. We had the big screen up, so we had the.
Along the carry.
3rd and 5, Ala.
Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like we have 4th down and 4. 4th down and 5. Got to go for it here, right? You're not going to punt from here.
Yeah, no. So Anna, for going back to Anna finished her game. They won 2-1. The girls won 2-1. The boys won 7-0, I think. Boys soccer, but
4th and 7 for Quincy.
let this play go.
4th and 7. We got trips to the top of the screen. And we have a timeout by Quincy High. Looks like he pointed at Quincy High, not Pembroke. The reason you call a timeout here, you got 7:20 left. This is a crucial spot.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you got the right play, and you want to make sure everybody's on the same page. We're not going to go off sides. We're going to you know who you're blocking. Kickouts, pulls, pass block, whatever you're going to do. Great timeout by the coach here. Get everybody on the same page for this huge play before the half.
Yep. Yeah, it's really an important moment right now, I think, in the entire game.
I mean, if you get a first down here, you get the clock moving and,
Yep.
and the momentum
Well,
goes.
yeah, you gain control, give your defense a chance to rest, and
Fourth and 7 for the Presidents.
Gabe Rodriguez on 4th and 7 is going to take the snap. Jonas Ella is next to him. Looks like he's passing. He's back to pass. And he overshoots the receiver.
Receiver number 3, Alex Martinez. And that is a turnover.
Gabe Rodriguez is your best player. He's the best runner. He might be the best runner in the state. That's not, I mean, he missed him by 20 feet. Where's the, that's, in my opinion, where you do the quarterback draw, right? Or some kind of RPO. Give him the chance to run somebody over.
yeah. See, as a former quarterback, I would put that on the receiver.
Of course you
You
would.
should have really.
Of course you would. Well, Owen Pace gets the ball back, and the Pembroke Titans they got the ball with 7 minutes, 15 seconds left in the half, up 14-0 here at Veterans Memorial Stadium on Roll Hats weekend for Quincy High School. Pace is back to pass, get a little touch pass down the side, and he has Will McNamara down the sideline for a touchdown. For a Pembroke touchdown.
That was excuse this to keep going back to it, that was a Coach Bob Noble call right there. After a turnover or a big play to come back, play action, go deep, and put the dagger.
That's a 70-yarder right there, and I'll tell you, I'm impressed with Owen Pace.
Sure.
Man, I'm impressed with Owen Pace. And McNamara separated himself there. He was even, and then he separated himself.
Yep.
Did a great job. If you're the Pembroke coach, like you said with Coach Noble, you get the turnover on downs and you go right at them, right? And we talked about Jake Falco earlier. That was a Jake Falco, Chris Noble pass, and a great call.
Extra point is up.
The kick is
No good.
no good. So 20-0.
Pembroke.
The Pembroke Titans with 7 minutes left
0
of the first half.
7:04 remaining in the half.
So you were telling me about Anna, and then we watched fourth down and then the touchdown.
Yeah, so Anna was playing net. She had a phenomenal game. They actually had a great game yesterday. They've been looking to kick through. They tied North Quincy last week, girls soccer. And yesterday they lost 2-1 to Hanover. Hanover was undefeated. It remains undefeated at 2-1, but they had one goal scored on them all year, I believe. And yesterday was their second goal that Hanover had scored on them. So they showed a lot of fight, and I think that showed up today. It was 2-0 most of the game. Ashlyn Folan and Grace Connor scored, and I think they gave up a goal late. But they after the game, they've spent the entire afternoon interviewing all of the clubs, activities, groups, and they had them on the big screen. And it was really something to watch the kids buy in, and they loved it, and just being a part of it.
Francois gets the kick. Doesn't get to go very far, kind of goes lateral, gets tackled. And
Kicker, number 32,
Wes Wiggins with the kick, and Francois just gets a few yards, and here we go. Quincy High's coming out.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little fight here.
A little oomph, right? Let's jog on the field. Let's get a little fire. Let's give me a little oomph here. And listen, we both went to the school. We kind of have a right to say what we say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it if there was a team wearing red and black on there because I didn't play for them. But I wore that helmet. I wore that jersey. I played on that field.
Yeah.
First down for the Presidents. Rodriguez in the gun.
Rodriguez back to pass.
Looks like he's setting up a screen. Went through Martinez's hands and fell into the hands of
Jonas
Alla. So if you see here, it looks like Martinez is setting up for the screen and Alla is setting up for the screen. It goes through one of their hands over to the other one.
That was fancy if they meant to do that.
Is it a
Steve.
wide receiver screen? Is it a running back screen? All right. Well, 2nd and 10. Rodriguez in the gun with Alla next to him. He gets the ball.
Go. Oh, he had that wide open up the middle.
Off to the left side.
Oh, fumble.
In high school football, his helmet comes off. He's going to have to take a play off.
Johnson.
I think it's just one play, but he's going to have to take one play off.
A 3rd and 9 for the Presidents.
Protection kind of broke down there, and Gabe was looking for a big ball here. As you can see on the replay, looked like he had good protection if he just takes off right there. Looked like 44 was spying him from Pembroke.
McNamara was coming in.
But, he tried to make something out of nothing. And, he got back to the line of scrimmage, gained a couple yards. It looks like we got 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Braden O'Connell has a couple snaps already today. Comes in on 3rd and long for the Presidents. He gets a shotgun snap. Throws one up to Alex Martinez that is broken up by number 30, Reese Dutton.
Broken up by number 30, Reese Dutton.
Ball hung up there. But listen, Martinez had a chance to catch it in his hands.
Yeah.
He could have come down with it. He knows it. You see him pounding the ground right there. He knows it. Good job by Dutton to get his hand in there and break it up at the end. And that brings up 4th down for the Presidents.
It really does show you just the value of someone like Nathan Gott, who's really Goff's got the out today this week. He's really short-handed, but he's had a really tremendous year. He's a wonderful kid.
Yeah, we were talking about that at the beginning of the game about how he's out, Owen Desmond is out.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yep.
And there's another quick kick, and it rolls right for Quincy High. It looks like Martinez has touched the ball, son. Martinez downs the ball. If you're going to do that, catch the pass before. Right? We get a 1st down. This is why John Caleri needs to do this job.
Yeah. Well.
So listen, he downs the ball, gets a good roll here. He downs it, and now we get 1st down and 10 for the Pembroke Titans. On the other side of the 50, right? They got some work to do. They got 62 some odd yards to get in there. 5 minutes and 24 seconds left for your 1st down, and pace is coming out with Pembroke Titans again. They're already up 20-0 here. Looking to add on to it before the half.
Yeah, I'd like to see a nice stand here.
We need a turnover, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Quincy High needs a turnover. Francois needs to pick this ball off. and
There you
and go
go.
from there.
There you
Good
go. That's
stand.
the way to do it.
Time to fill.
Host of presidents led by
Number 8, Ashton Harris.
Harris.
That's a great fill by him. Looks like he's playing middle linebacker there. Got by one guy and cleaned up that job. Nice job. Good job by the D line as well to hold that guy up. I got to tell you, in all the years of football, defensive line is the most thankless job in the world. You're supposed to take on all the blockers so the linebackers can make all the tackles.
Yep.
But you're doing all the work. 52 did a tremendous job right there.
Definitely doesn't get the credit it deserves.
2nd and 12, second and long for the Pembroke Titans. Pace gets a shotgun snap. Quincy High sends some players.
Ooh, nice
Good
throwing
ball,
catch
good
right there.
catch.
That's nice.
Nice job by
Good
Will
delivery.
McNamara.
Will McNamara taken down by number 16, Jaden Francois.
It's a long throw.
Yeah, it is. And listen, Francois' coverage was very good. He was
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, that was hash. That was
Yeah.
one hash to another.
Great play all around.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for Pembroke.
Speaking of Mike Falco, he's coached these kids since they were probably 7 or 8 years old, starting with Joey, his older son, and Jake last year. And James is not playing football this year, but I know he's coached all these kids over the years, and I think every Friday night he's got them at their house. So
Stood up.
Little confusion there on 1st down. Another great tackle by Ashton Harris. As you can see there, a little confusion on where the running back was supposed to go. But listen, that's what Quincy High has to take advantage of, and you get 2nd down and 9.
yeah, Ashton's had a good game so far.
He plays very physical, Ashton. He's a good player. He's a senior. And senior night was great tonight. They had a lot of cheerleaders and a lot of football players. It was very well done.
Yeah,
very well done.
The Quincy High football community lost a great one in Paul Pekarski. He was as good as they come as a player, as a human, as a gentleman, and his granddaughter was out there tonight and sending our love and prayers to the whole Pekarski family.
2nd down and 9, they ran a toss, and Francois come up and set the edge. Did a great job, turned everybody back in. The guy at the bottom of the barrel was Will Carter. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looked like he made the tackle to bring up 3rd and long. So it's 3rd and long now. And look, this is when pace is kind of shined. So we got to be ready here.
Yeah.
Secondary needs to be ready for 3rd and long.
Cotner is a nice little player too.
Yeah, he did. That was a great tackle.
Yeah.
And Francois did a tremendous job of turning the play back in. Little confusion in the secondary for Quincy High, and we got a timeout there. Coach Vernon Crawford calls a timeout. Let's get everybody on the same page. We got 2:43 left before the half. Pembroke versus Quincy. Pembroke is up 20-0 with the ball at midfield. 3rd down and 9. You talk about Chris Noble, and I'd like to. Before the half, I'd like to spend a few minutes because it's guys, for me, right? I'm a few years younger than you. We won't harp on that, okay? Just a few years, but I'm still old. 25th year anniversary reunion is coming up. 25 years. Yikes! But you talk about guys like Mike Falco. You talk about guys like Chris Noble, Noel DeBono, Tom Malvesti, Scott Campbell, guys who paved the way for guys like me 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. And there were guys before him, Mark Giordani. Those were guys before him that made it that way. And to not mention guys like that on a Roll Hats weekend is unbelievable because they're the reason that we're all here. 3rd and long, Pace throws a ball out route, and it goes over the head of the wide receiver.
Will Johnson.
And we got 4th and 9 from the 50. I think they're just going to punt it, right? They got it. They got a good enough lead. They're gonna.
Yeah,
gonna
all those
punt it
guys
away.
you just mentioned, the Mark Giordani's, Wally Kilgallons, Franny Duggins.
Yeah, there's guys that I don't know that you know,
that,
right?
So that were
My Uncle Jimmy.
Jimmy was a stud. Yeah, Billy Shaughnessy.
Yeah, but they paved the way. Kevin Carey, right?
Yeah.
Butch Palazza. Those guys paved the way. Preston Carroll. Those guys paved the way for guys like me to pave the way for guys like them.
Sure.
What a great punt there on fourth
Oy.
down.
All the way
Oh,
down.
boy.
Punter was Wes Wiggins, the same man that does the kickoff.
First and 10.
And he did a great. That was a great punt right there. Gets Quincy all the way back. They'll get the ball with 2:24 left.
You know what I'd like to see here? I would like to see them just dominate the line of scrimmage for get one first down here.
Pound
You
it
know,
a little bit, right?
Just
Pound
get
it a
one
little
first down.
But mentioning those guys is what makes Roll Hats so special, because even though Roll Hats is 2 years old, it really started way back when, right?
Well, so we started the alumni football game way back when. We partnered with Sean Glenn and the North Quincy guys to come together. We came out here and the old men would sell out the icy hot, but we had a lot of fun. It was great to see people get back together. We raised some dough along the way, and
It's like Braden O'Connell is in at quarterback, and Rodriguez is back in at running back, which is his normal position. He gets a couple yards there on first down and 10 from the 1 yard line. Give them a little bit of breathing room, not much, but a little bit of breathing room to get you down to second down and 7.
Yep. So just to finish on the alumni part there, we had a really good run there where we were doing the game, and now we've here we go.
Outlet to the right.
Great tackle by number 44, Will Johnson.
Johnson.
Looks like they had the seal there, but got to seal him.
Just missed, great individual effort there.
Listen, that a stock block by a wide receiver might be the toughest block in
Yeah.
all
Yeah, you're
of
moving.
football.
Yep.
All of football. Because you also don't know where the ball is. The guy cut inside. Is he staying outside? The defender can see it.
Yep.
He's flowing to the ball. You're just kind of reading him of where his pads are going.
Kind of surprised maybe Pembroke doesn't want to call timeout here.
I don't know how many they get. If they only have one left, they might want to save it from now.
Yeah.
Federation rules in high school are way different than when I played just a couple years ago. Rollout by O'Connell. He has Martinez.
Big hit.
Great catch, man. The concentration on that catch is unbelievable. He took a huge hit.
And a first down for the
Good delivery too, right there. Rolling to his left, square his shoulders up. Nice play. Targeting.
That was a great hit by Max Farrow for Pembroke, and an even better catch by Martinez, concentrating right there. I mean, if you're running and you're going full speed, you're concentrating on the catch, and then you get popped from behind. It takes a lot. Looks like a fade route to Martinez that gets broken up at the last minute. Reese Dutton with 2 huge plays so far on Martinez.
That was an important first down, though.
Of course.
That would have been, he drops that to stop the clock, get a minute left, kick it away.
Or even if he catches it before the first down.
Yeah.
They bang a timeout, and it's different.
Yep.
With 41 seconds left, we have the O'Connell is still in the game, in the gun. Rodriguez right next to him. He takes the shotgun snap. Looking, throws a deep ball into a crowd. Incomplete. Like he was going for Martinez and Francois. They were both there. Martinez is looking for a little pass interference. Great protection by the line here, right?
Yeah.
He had all day to throw that ball. That's great protection by the line.
I think the defensive line actually thought he threw it. It looked like they were looking downfield.
So if third down and 10, this is another interesting call. Do you throw it and hope you catch it? Do you run it, try to get the clock to move a little bit, have Pembroke waste a timeout? This is interesting.
I like the read option here, and then maybe try to slide him outside.
2 receivers on both sides. Rodriguez in the backfield. O'Connell takes a shotgun snap, swings it out to Gabe Rodriguez and throws it over his head. The clock stops, and we have 4th down. That would have been tough. I mean, 55 was right there. Hunter Burke was right there for Pembroke. It would have been tough. I mean, one-on-one Gabe versus somebody. You got to like Gabe, but it would have been tough to pick up the yards there.
Yeah. Well, if the most important thing is you want him to catch that, so you can keep the clock going.
Brings up fourth down with 28.8 seconds left. So again,
Reagan O'Connell
so now you
out
see
the
that
punt
Pembroke
for
has
the
slid
Presidents.
a returner back, just in case. And there's the kick by Quincy. Kid from Pembroke catches it.
Brendan Kenya.
No,
Ooh.
number 34, Brendan
That's it, yeah,
Canyon.
there you go.
Oh boy.
Flag on the play.
That's going to give him 15 and
Yeah.
a couple shots at the end zone with 18
It's like
seconds.
Jacob Quinn, the 54. Let's hear what the
So-
referee has to
The
say.
return was all the way up
yeah, we're going
to
to
the
go
President's
the
34-yard
full
line. before the
15.
penalty.
Okay. Okay, we got a personal foul. Quincy, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. It's going to be a first down.
As you heard, 15 yards from the end of the run and a first down for Pembroke. Goes right back to the shooting you in the foot type thing. You give Pembroke a quarter of a field, not a half a field, less than a quarter of a
And
field.
that was clearly late. and-
Yeah, I mean,
Unnecessary
come on.
roughness penalty on the Presidents. It's a 15-yarder.
So it looks like first down and 10
for the Presidents
from the 18.
from their own 18-yard line. Correction, Pembroke.
Pace is in the gun. He takes a shotgun snap, drops back.
There we go.
There's the interception
That's
we're
what we
looking
needed.
for.
Yep.
Another third.
Nice job by Alla.
Jonas
Jonas Alla, who is a freshman.
Yeah.
He's a freshman. He's playing safety, just kind of sitting back there. Pace didn't see him. Pace was going to his number one guy, and Jonas was right there. Great pick, and it's just what Quincy High needed to kind of slow Pembroke down a little bit. 11 seconds left, 11 and a half seconds left. I wonder if they're just going to take a knee. And
Do they have an 80-yard?
I didn't think Pembroke had a 14-yard, and they had a 40-something yard.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I would say take a knee and
Alright.
let's get in and
regroup, yep.
let's get the whiteboard out and let's make some marks on it and let's see what happens. But
Yeah, I feel like that.
yeah, Rodriguez is in the backfield. I would say he's just going to run it.
Yeah.
Quarterback Rodriguez takes a snap, hands it off to,
to
Jonas.
To the right, tackled
and he is tackled down as time
by number
runs
71,
out.
Nick Carbone.
Wait a minute. We have a whistle.
And that's your half the score. Pembroke 20, Quincy 0.
Scoreboard shows 0.3 seconds. What's going on? What's the referee saying?
Correction.
Timeout, Quincy.
Time
on the
out
play.
by Quincy High. 0.3 seconds left.
Fred.
Scott, maybe they do have an 80-yard play in the book. What you would hate to see here
Don't even say it.
is a pick six
You don't even. Why would you say it?
or a fumble scoop and score.
Well, yeah. I was thinking a strip sack.
You'd hate. That's what you would hate to see.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think so. I think they give Gabe a shot to be Gabe.
Okay. I mean, he is in at quarterback right now. You would think he's going to run before he was going to pass. And Jonas is next to him. Gabe back to pass.
Rodriguez got the pass.
Oh, man.
Complete. Broken up.
I was almost going to go play the lottery.
Oh boy.
Hunter
Yeah.
Burke breaks that up and was almost
The score.
a pick
Pembroke
six.
20, Quincy 0.
Something tells me they were doing some kind of hook and ladder or something like that. You're not calling timeout to run a 5-yard out, right? There was somebody else there, some kind of hook and ladder. But you know what? We put that first half away. That first half is over. You come out and you play the second half.
Yeah, they show glimpses of style there. So
At halftime here, it is the Pembroke Titans 20 and the Quincy Presidents 0. We'll be back for the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the halftime here at Veterans Memorial Stadium for Roll Hats Weekend. Pembroke Titans versus our Quincy Presidents. I know John usually at halftime kind of goes away and maybe gets a water or something like that, but not tonight for Roll Hats Weekend. We have a very special guest. I could talk for the whole hours and hours and hours about this gentleman, but I can't speak more highly about somebody than the gentleman sitting to my right, a friend, was a mentor, was a coach, and now I call him a friend. It is Coach Bob Noble. Coach, thanks for coming on.
Stephen, thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for the kind words.
Well, listen, I what you did for me as a player and now as a person is unmatchable.
Oh, thank you.
That is the truth. Scotty's told us how you were very inspirational in Roll Hats.
Yeah.
So give us the background of Roll Hats and how this whole thing comes about.
Well, when I was coaching down at not at Marshfield, but at Hingham, they would have their version of Roll Hats, and it was a tremendous success there. I mean, again, the entire community really got involved, and they'd have a great crowd. And when I retired from coaching, I'm like, this is something we can do here in Quincy. Primarily, what I was thinking of, again, we have probably the best high school venue around. There isn't,
and you would know. You've been around.
Yeah.
You would know.
And this is a great place to have this. So I approached the powers that be, Mr. Ford and assistant principal Eddie Smith, as well as Kevin Mahoney, the athletic director. They said, yeah, let's try and do this. So we're in our second year of it now. Today it was a little hindered because of the rain, obviously, but it's something that the kids seem to really enjoy. Having the various activities, clubs, and what have you here, and again, that's part of it too. This isn't, quote, just an athletic event. It's for people to see what really goes on at Quincy High School in terms of the clubs, the activities, the whole inclusive aspects to Quincy High School. And there's some great kids there, and it's these clubs and that they're involved in, and we hope that people come and see what they actually do or can do or are capable of doing. I think just helps Quincy High School be a better place. And again, this is just something we're going to continue to do and go forward for the years to come, and hopefully it gets better and better as we go along. I mean, it was last year was a great year. It was a beautiful day and everything else. Today was, as mentioned, it was a rainy day somewhat, but at the same time, people still came, and it was very encouraging.
We talked on air about how it's not just about football, it's not just about basketball or baseball or softball. It is about all the clubs.
Yes.
Because there are 1,400 students
correct
at Quincy High that are involved in other things. Just because people don't show up to the debate doesn't mean we don't have a debate team. You know what I mean? Just because people don't show up to a play doesn't mean we don't have a drama club. And those kids need to be recognized just like everybody else. And because they work their tail off. Right.
Exactly.
As hard as you work on calling a play and running a route and everything like that, these other students are working just as hard on chemistry experiments and everything else. And they need to be recognized. And, the other thing is that we talked about was it's not just for the fall. You do something in the winter. They do something in the spring.
Right.
And so you're not just celebrating a football game at Veterans. You're going to do something at the Quincy High Gym and Quincy Youth Arena for hockey and Adams Field for baseball and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, we want people, we want the kids to invest themselves in Quincy High School. I mean, and there is a group, as is always in most places, there is a group of individuals who are involved in these things. What we want it to be is that more and more people, or more of these young people, see. There's a lot of things you can get involved in here for every type of thing you may like to do, and that also it's not just going to school from 8 to 2:30. They get involved in these other, what we're looking for is them to become more invested in the school. They become more invested in the school. They meet new friends. They become better students, and they feel a pride in what they're doing at Quincy High School, and that's the whole point of it.
Right, and when I went to Quincy High, that was the word. Pride was always the word, right? You had President's Pride, Quincy Pride, and you get, has it been lost? A little bit it has, if we're being honest, but you got to kind of bring that back, and this is something, this is great, and I can't express enough how the alumni should be involved in this.
Absolutely.
Anything they can do, because, we all started at Quincy High, right? Nobody was all of a sudden at Harvard, right? You went to Central or Sterling or wherever you went, and then to Quincy High and so forth and so on. And the same teachers like yourself who helped kids in Quincy get to where they're going. And if you're an alumni, you got to get down here. You got to help. You got to go to the volleyball game. You got to go to the whatever it is, the soccer game, and help out. And, you said it, and the other thing I talked to Scotty about it is it's not going anywhere. It's not a flash in the pan. It's not a one and done.
Nope.
Can we buy merchandise? I have a Roll Hat sweatshirt on. You have one on. How do people get merchandise? How do they learn about it? How do they know about it?
Well, I think, to be perfectly honest with you, I would have to defer to Scott Campbell on that. He's kind of my consigliere, I guess that's the best way to put it. And, because he's the one that handles all that. I'm kind of just the one that, I got this idea. Now how do we implement it? And he's the one that really helped that really all happen. So
yeah, he definitely has a voice, that's for sure.
Yeah,
and people
absolutely.
listen.
Yes.
And people listen. I mean, a lot of people have voices and nobody listens.
Yeah, I know that. No.
But people listen to that guy. The last thing, what tell everybody your history at Quincy High. You talk about this Roll Hats and everything like that, but are you a guy from Arizona that came in last week? Tell us.
No,
tell us about.
I'm born and raised in Quincy, although I never went to Quincy Public Schools. I went to Catholic private schools my whole life, but I was a teacher there, or an educator there for 28 years, 22 of those as a football coach. I also coached basketball and track. In the last 9 of those years as a football coach, I was very fortunate to be the head coach, and it was a tremendous experience. I mean, it was and will continue to be as it is now. Now that I'm retired from coaching, that was the thing too. Once I was retired from coaching, I wanted to give back to the place where I've been very fortunate to have a lot of good things happen to me as far as football is concerned, and none of that would have happened had it not been for Quincy High School or my experiences there, or both as a teacher and as a coach, and the young men such as yourself that I got to coach and see them grow up to be the men that they are. I mean, it's. So I wanted to give back to them. I mean, I wanted to do something that I can give back to make, for the school that, hopefully, it'll continue to grow and become really a foundation, or really something that is looked forward to every year.
Yeah, and you say give back. That's the what some people don't understand is you're not getting paid for this.
Oh, no.
I'm not getting paid for this. Scott Campbell's not getting paid. We do it for the love of the city and the love of blue and white, of Quincy High, and the students and the teachers and the coaches and everything like that. There's 10,000 places you could be right now.
Yes.
But you are here.
Yes.
For this and for that reason, to give back to the school and the community that gave to you for so many years, as I do.
Yeah.
If John Caleri from QATV calls me, or Scott Campbell calls me, or hopefully my next guest calls me, don't shake your head, no, calls me, or you were to call me, or anybody like that, the answer is yes, whatever you need, I'm there, let's do it. Because I remember when I played, if someone was called, they were there, right? So I have to give back to them as they gave to me. So I appreciate everything you're doing. We're a few minutes away from the second half kickoff. Thank you for everything. Continue to be great, and thank you again.
Thank you as well. Thank you, QATV. I was very fortunate again to be, I went on the show last week or what have you, and be able to get that publicized to the greater, to the people of Quincy and everything. I hope, again, hopefully, this is something we're going to continue. And we're going to, again, just as with a lot of things in Quincy, we're going to try to make it a better Quincy and a better Quincy high school student as well.
Awesome. Coach, thank you so much. We're a few minutes away, and we'll be back with the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for Roll Hats Weekend here at Veterans Memorial Stadium for the Pembroke Titans and our Quincy High Presidents. Pembroke had a very good first half. They had a scoop and score. They had a long touchdown. They're up 20-0. They do receive the second half kick, and this will be the first time Quincy High kicks all day. Number 10, Braden O'Connell, is kicking for the Presidents. And here we go with the second half. Kick by O'Connell goes to the 20. The return by Johnson. He gets tackled. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Titans. Come on, put the headset on. Scott Campbell will be back, but I know that nobody wants to listen to him for a few more minutes. So, my next guest is, again, somebody who was a mentor, was a idol. Now I call him a friend. We text all the time, especially last year and the last couple years. We grew up in the same neighborhood. We went to the same schools from elementary school through college. I helped him a little bit on the field, and now, oh boy, and now I got to stop to tell you that the first play from scrimmage for the Pembroke Titans is Will Johnson on a 70-yard touchdown run. The replay's here. Looks like we got just a dive up the middle, a couple seal blocks. He gets around the edge. Martinez doesn't take the best angle. And then Johnson just turns on the jets as he beats Alla down the side. Good stiff arm there. And Pembroke Titans come up with one play to put up 6 more points against the Presidents. Looks like they're lining up for just an extra point here as number 10, who's not on the roster, is kicking the extra points. He does not do the kickoffs. or the punts. Man, that's a tough start to the second half. Extra point is up and good for Pembroke to make it 27-0. Back to the introduction. He doesn't need any other words. Former Quincy High player, former Quincy High coach, Kevin Keary. Kev, thanks for coming on.
Steve, thanks for having me. Great to be here, especially on Roll Hats weekend. It's great. We're having a tough time right now. But the defense, they're quick and they're coming at them. It's just a couple of broken plays have really kind of set the tone here. McNamara is, he's a heck of a receiver. Schools are looking at him. I saw him over the summer at sevens and things like that. So they're working hard. But, there's definitely no quit with the blue and white. Obviously, both of us know that.
Yeah, and Pace is a great quarterback, too. He had a couple of great strikes, and he's doing a great job. Francois and Martinez back deep for Quincy. Goes to Martinez. Looks like he breaks the tackle, gets out to the top of the screen. Almost gets to the 40, gets to about the 36, 37. Quincy High's going to come out and try to put some points up. Kev, I asked Scotty, I asked Coach Noble, and now I'll ask you. Give us your background in Quincy High. Tell us a little bit about you and why is Roll Hats so important to you?
Well, I only came up here just to say hi to you. I wasn't expecting to be on with the headset on, but I do appreciate it. So I'm class of 1994, Quincy High School. Like you've already told the audience, yes, I'm a Quincy public school kid. Lincoln Hancock, Sterling, Quincy High. Kind of went with that role. I'm in my 23rd year as an educator in the Quincy Public Schools. I'm one of the deans up at Quincy High School. Before that, I was teaching the special needs department at Quincy High School. I've been in roles of coaching not only football but baseball as well. Under Mike Dracchio when he was the head baseball coach back in the early 2000s.
O'Donnell throws a pick. So the play before, they run a nice pass to Kevin Gray, and he gets it in there. They come back, run the same exact play, and they were just ready for it. Yeah, they were just ready for it. He bats it down, and it just kind of falls into his hands. Nick Carbone. Nick Carbone had the scoop and score on the touchdown earlier. Now he has a pick. He's having himself a day as a defensive player. I talked about it earlier with Scotty. When Pembroke makes a play defensively to turn over the ball, they attack. We'll see what Pace does here. If Pace looks for McNamara out wide. Kev, how many years were you the coach at Quincy High? The head coach. Not coaching in general, just the head coach.
So I was the head coach for 5 years, for the last 5 years, so from 2018 to 2022. Prior to that, I was under, as a defensive coordinator, varsity defensive coordinator under Bill Reardon, and then obviously as an assistant under Bob Noble. Actually, my first year when I first started was under Peter Cella, so your former head coach.
Yes,
Altogether, it was 25 years. So it was, great experience. I'm still as I said, I'm still in the Quincy Public Schools. I'm still a dean at the high school. The kids still see me. The players still see me. It's a great atmosphere. This Roll Hats weekend is it's exciting. It's exciting. I know we're struggling right now in the second half, but both soccer teams came out with victories today. Volleyball team, fought to the end last night. So it really is something that you guys have started, and it's great. It boomed, all week long. We were talking about it, and yesterday we had a club fair towards the end of the day. Kids can experience seeing not only athletics, but the clubs that we have. I mean, there's, off the top of my head, I want to say there's close to 40 clubs in Quincy High School. So there's something to do, and that's something that Mr. Ford and obviously Ed Smith, our assistant principal, along with our department heads, preach every day. get involved. Don't leave the building or you know, at 2:30. Come do something. There's something at Quincy High for you to do.
At 3rd down and 9, and Pace drops back and hits McNamara for a 12-yard gain for first down. They are on the 40-yard line going in. You know, I waited. I didn't ask this question to Scott. I didn't ask this question to Coach Noble, who will never be Bob Noble, by the way. That's Coach Noble, if anybody's ever going to ask me. Because you're in the school, right? It's when I went to Quincy, if you lived on this side of Washington Street, you went to this school. If you went on this side of Washington Street, you went to the other school. It's open enrollment in the city now. Roll hats, all the clubs,
Still going to be first down.
the new high school. How does a kid say no to Quincy High School?
Well, that's a great question. I think, right, you know, we have, as I said, we've got so many things there at the high school. You know, there's whatever interest it is, you know, whether it be drama, art, technology, STEM, all these things. Quincy High applies those things, and we have the different departments and the different activities that kids can be involved in. You know, the first one that pops in my head is in the spring is a fashion show run by our fashion department, but the kids are the ones, the instructors are there, they're advised, but it's the kids who run the show. They plan all year long. They have these projects. They put out this display. I mean, that's just one small thing. So we have, as I said, the different Chapter 74 programs that prepare you for the next level. And you don't need, you can do all these things and still be, academically exploring different ways.
Great tackle by Leo Steinberg there on first down for a loss of 6. We have 2nd down and 16 for Pembroke. Pace back to pass. We got a blown coverage. We have a catch by Jaden Leonard. Francois seemed to recover and try to get his hand in there. So it looks like he ran just a slant and go, and Pace put it up. A lot of pressure by Quincy High, but he just beat Francois down the line, down the hash. Francois got his hand in there late, but Leonard just ripped it away. And it seems like 2nd and long and 3rd and long for Pace is where he kind of opens it up. The last thing, because I know it's killing you to sit here, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give it to you. The last thing, Roll Hats weekend, the alumni, a ton of alumni, the Butch Palazzas of the world that you played with and that you're still friends with to this day. Make that tackle. Touchdown Pembroke by Will Johnson. Broke 4 of 5 tackles up the middle to make it 33 here in the replay here. Looks like they just run a basic counter. Good pull, good kick out. But good spin move there. 1, 2, 3 tackles. Stayed on his feet the entire time. Will Johnson for a hard-fought run there for the touchdown. The thing that's going to make Roll Hats successful is exactly what Quincy High was when I was there, exactly what you have, what Scott Campbell has, what Coach Noble has. You had it as a kid, you had it as a player, you have it as a coach and a father and adult, is the passion and the drive to make it what we want it to be. We want Roll Hats to be like Roll Tide. Right, when someone says Roll Hats, it's like an Alabama fan walking by someone in an Alabama shirt and saying, Roll Tide, right? That's what we want it to be, and it's guys like you that are involved that are going to make, because you were part of the first one. You were the head coach when they did the first Roll Hats, and from what Scott says, when he said it to you, it was all systems go. So that's what's going to make it that way, the drive of people like you and Coach Noble and Scott Campbell and these kids. But we have to get the alumni involved. It has to happen.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, it's definitely just, right, we're in the world of social media, so it's definitely just reaching out to people, reach out to, members of the community, businesses, things like that, yeah, and just keep on getting the word out. It's still fresh. It's still fresh. It's exciting, though.
It is
Boy,
exciting.
I mean,
that game last year was unbelievable. We were talking about the opening, right? J.C. Ham catches that ball in the corner against Westwood. It was unbelievable.
Well, nobody wants to read yesterday's newspaper.
That's all right.
That's
Sometimes
all right.
we do.
Nope.
I talk about Thanksgiving all the time. But, Kev, I appreciate you coming on. Anything I could ever do for you, you know that I'm always there. And I appreciate everything you did for Quincy High from a player's point of view, from an alumni point of view, from a friend point of view. So thank you for everything.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Best of luck in everything you do, man. Appreciate it. That was former coach Kevin Carey. Have a good one. Quincy High comes out after the kickoff return there. 34-0, the Pembroke Titans. Quincy High needs to change the momentum of the game, right? Maybe it isn't one that they're going to win tonight, but we need a score. We need some first downs. We need some clock management to kind of turn things around. Gabe Rodriguez in the gun. Ala is to his right. He takes a shotgun snap, toss, sweep.
Ala to the right.
Ala with 6 yards there. That's a good run. That's just what you need, right? 5 yards. That's exactly what you need. You get 71 pulling, you get 72 pulling, you get the big boys out in front, hat on a hat, and they give you 5 yards there. Let's keep that momentum going. Come on, Quincy High. Let's go. Let's keep that momentum going. It's 2nd down and 5. Second and 5, shotgun snap, hand up the middle. Looks like he got hit in the backfield, but made the best of a bad situation for a 4-yard gain. We have 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1 for the Quincy Presidents. Third down and 1 for Quincy from the 48-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Oh, that's going to be close. Looks like he got a yard. Looks like a favorable spot for first down. The replay shows here.
I didn't know what that was.
Forward progress. Let's see what happens. Going to bring the chains out.
It's a first down for Quincy. 1st and 10 from midfield.
Oh, no measurement. First down. Good favorable spot for the Presidents. First down for Quincy. Gabe in the shotgun. Looks like a little RPO, pop pass. Looks like Martinez was running a slant there. Gabe thought he was going to run a slant and go. We are 2nd and 10 after a good first down. It's like an RPO, man. They got guards pulling. They got tackles pulling. Looks like they're in an RPO situation. RPO is extremely tough to run at the high school level. But with Gabe back there, that's what they're looking for. 3rd down, handoff to Ali. He breaks it. He breaks it up the middle. We got a big gain here for Quincy High first down. It's a 25-yard run for first down. Good pull right there by the big boy. Again, hat on a hat. It doesn't have to be a pancake block. Just get a hat on a hat. Cover somebody up. And a great job by Allah taking it up the middle. We got first down, and I am rejoined by the one and only Scott Campbell. Gabe scrambling there on first down, trying to make something out of nothing. Doesn't get any yards. We got 2nd down and 10.
How much success have the last two gentlemen who have sat here had in their lifetimes?
So it's funny we have an injury here, which the injury isn't funny, right? Everybody's yelling at the television. The injury isn't funny. We have a break in the action to talk about the two guys. Looks like we just see what's going on here. 55, yeah. He's hobbling around. We talk about the two gentlemen that were just on, Bob Noble, Coach Noble, and Kev Carey. So, yourself and Kevin Carey, to me, were the guys that I looked up to when I was a kid. I know you played with Kevin. I'm not sure how many years you played with him.
Actually, he was just before me.
Just
I'm
before-
sorry, just after me.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know he played. He was the ball boy for Noble's team. That's
For
what it
the
was.
14-14 game, I
That's
remember him. He was as excited as anybody on the field. You talk about a true historian. When, the whole no. Ooh, you gotta run that out.
Cut back.
Yeah.
For,
He was
something
on the
enough.
field for that 14-14 game, and it was. He's a real historian. Kevin lives, breathes, and you know, he's a Stevie Mays of Quincy High School history. He loves the history of it. He's all in, you know, in the school, out of the school. My daughter was lucky enough to have him as her dean, and he was spectacular. So
We have 3rd and 5 here for the Presidents on the 25-yard line. Shotgun snap. Looks like a RPO.
Pass incomplete, intended for
He
number
gave. It looks like.
it's a lateral.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Crawford's upset on the sideline. So again,
Oh,
it
no,
just looks
he's-
like it looks like an RPO.
Yeah, yeah.
But Coach Crawford wants him to take what he's got. I mean, look at there's
No,
nobody there.
I think that was a design play, Steve.
He ain't too happy if it was. I'll tell you that. At the bottom of the screen, he ain't too happy about that. But there was one guy in front of him. Brings up 4th down and 5 in an absolute must-have situation here.
Yeah, just cap off a nice drive here.
Shotgun snap to Rodriguez.
take
He
it.
rolls to the right. Still rolling to the right.
Rodriguez's pass
And
deflected.
broken up by number 30, Reese Dutton, who's had a great
Number
game
30,
covering
Dutton.
Alex Martinez. You know, Gabe here makes a good move, gets himself some free time. Martinez comes back to the sticks like you're supposed to in a scramble drill, and Dutton just made a great play.
Good work by Kevin Gray there, coming back and help seal that block to give Gabe the opportunity to make a play there. And I want to just go back quickly to Coach Noble. He's along with Coach Raymer, guys that really were father figures to us growing up. So many of us. Coach Noble was my Quincy Recreation leader back at Sterling when we were probably 8 or 9 years old, so I've known him forever. My first tryout for football was at the Sterling gym. He would throw the ball high and then throw the ball low, and then he'd move and then he'd make me throw it to him. And after all that, he said, "Why don't you come out and play quarterback for me because you're terrible at catching the ball."
Tackled by number 7, Kevin Grant.
So that was my first tryout as a 9-10-year-old kid, and he's been an influence on my life, my entire life, and he's someone I really look up to and I consider a friend now. And like you, to this day, I have never called him anything but coach.
Yeah, and that's just the way it's going to be. On 1st down, Pembroke runs a toss sweep to number 44, Will Johnson. Gets stuffed by Kevin Gray, turned it back in, and Ala ended up making the Johannes Ala ends up making the tackle. So it brings up 2nd down. I formation, tight end, wing, maybe not a wing T, but you think Pembroke's in the situation now, 2 minutes left. Looks like Pace is kind of taking his time.
It's really an old
calling
formation.
things. Yeah, but Pace is taking his time,
Yep.
calling the plays. You think it's now a situation, hey, they think 34 is enough,
Yep.
and they're just going to,
Play by-
slowly play it out?
Yeah. Leo Steinberg, nice
Yeah,
play.
Steinberg, beautiful play. He's had a very good game.
Connor made a nice
defensively.
fill the hole there too.
Leo's had a very good game defensively. But yes, Coach Noble is, and we talked about roll hats, and Thanksgiving morning we'll get into Chris a little bit with him, but I wanted to give him the opportunity to talk about roll hats and not lose his train of thought there. So.
Sure.
But transitioning into that, last year we did the Thanksgiving game day, and we're going to do it again this year, Thanksgiving morning. It'll be on QATV before the game, the big game, to get you ready for the game. Myself and Frank McNamara like last year, and we'll have we'll have everybody on that we had last year and some new people, and we'll talk about Thanksgiving Day, and we'll have a scrum at the end with Coach Noble, and we, without giving anything away, we will have a very special tribute to number 9, Chris Noble. Incomplete pass there for the Titans on 3rd down, brings up 4th and 9. I don't think there's any question of whether they're kicking or not kicking here.
Steve, you had a lot of really good ideas in your lifetime. I don't know if anything's been better than the college game day.
Are you sure bringing you up here wasn't better?
Yeah, and bad ideas. I mean.
I thought about that for a long time. I told you that last year. Good punt by Pembroke. They get a good checkup. Good roll.
That's at the fourth punt, I think. That
wow, that's a great kick.
he kicked that 15.
Yeah, that kick was again
That
was
flew.
number 22, Wes Wiggins. He also
That flew
does
to
the
almost to the 25.
yeah. He also does the kickoff for Pembroke. Listen, Quincy's going to get the ball, and we got to try to put something together. But we were talking about high school game, Thanksgiving game day. It was something I thought about for years and years and years, and I would run it by John, but really quick. And then, like Coach Noble said, you have a great idea, but you have to give it to the person that's going to get it done. Everybody has great ideas, but the people who get it done are the special people. And I called you about it, and you said, we got to do it. We got it done in about 4 weeks' time. It was unbelievable.
It's ironic, well, not ironic, but I don't think John's returned a call since.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't returned a text message since Thanksgiving morning, and I don't think anybody in his staff has either. When I came in here to talk about the game, I started mentioning it. The guy just got up and left.
Yep. He wanted no part of it, and you know what? God love them because they worked so hard, and
man,
it was
did they ever.
a beautiful job by them, and it was really it made a difference. I think those are the types of traditions. I think that we're really
On the offense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
we're really lucky to have the facilities we have, and Coach Noble talks a lot about that, about having these facilities, and it really is built for something like that. So I think your vision on that was perfect, and I think as a group, we're all in. I know Sean Halpin, Chooch Halpin, reached out after the game and told me, "Why didn't you tell me it was going to be that cool? I would have really gotten involved." And to his credit, he got right involved. So
Replay of first down after a hold. We get a handoff from Rodriguez to Alla. He looks like he gets 5 yards back, 3 yards back. It's second and 12, second and 13. With the clock winding down with a minute here at the end of the third quarter. We had a situation where, and I gave it to you. Again, I don't think we had more than 6 weeks. I really don't. We might have less than 6 weeks. We didn't have much time. You started reaching out to people. I started reaching out to people, and it was like, because they didn't know, right? Everybody fears the unknown.
we talked about it against the Pembroke at the Pembroke game, I think, last year.
Yeah, for sure. We were at
on the fence.
Yeah, on the fence.
Yep.
9-yard gain on the play.
That pass that Jake threw in the end got broken up for the game.
I
And the
recently
game.
sent that to Jake. I actually happened to film it, and I recently sent it, and he was not happy with me. I wasn't his favorite godfather at that point.
Great run by Alla there to get a
Ooh, that
first
should
down.
be a penalty right there.
Driven out of bounds.
It drove him out of bounds.
First and 10, Quincy.
What's the follow through at the
Great.
end? He was about 3 yards out of bounds, and he got pushed down.
Great play by Alla right there to get what he had to get the first down. He was in bounds. This is
Yeah, but
this isn't pity pat. This isn't flag football, buddy. This is a contact sport.
Yeah.
Or, as my college coach would say, it's a collision sport. It's not contact, it's collision. 33 seconds left, the end of the third quarter. Shotgun snap on first down to Gabe. Hands it to Alla. Good run.
Allah's
Right.
He's
Good
turned
run.
the ball up.
Yeah.
Allah with another gain for the Presidents.
Good block there by
A little urgency here.
number 6, Regan. Gavin Regan. Good block.
They're not giving up. I got to
No.
give them credit. Their body language looks pretty
It
good.
would be easy to roll over,
Yeah,
right? It'd
yeah.
just be easy to pack it away. Snap to Rodriguez. He fakes a handoff and keeps it for
Go get
himself. Turns it up for a first down. Little stiff arm for an extra 7 or 8 yards. Gets to the 50-yard line.
Leonard with the tackle for
And
Pembroke.
we have a first down.
Man, I'd hate to have to try to tackle that kid.
Oh, man. Big, strong, fast, and he's violent, right?
Yeah,
He's
he
not
looks-
running out of bounds.
He looks for the
He's not,
contact. Yeah.
he's not running out of bounds,
Yep.
right? He's burying his head, and he's trying to get that extra half yard.
Yep.
Right? And that's a sign of a great running back. After 3 quarters here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, it's a Pembroke Titans 34 and our Quincy High Presidents 0.
Want to give a shout out also to Coach Crawford, the staff there. They have really they started from the ground, and they've done a really, really good job at welcoming the roll hats part of it, and hopefully we've done a good job at showing the new coaching staff some love. Kev really set the bar pretty high, and as far as just the coordination. But Coach Crawford actually showed up at the alumni golf tournament we had this year. He was great. He came in. He introduced himself to all of the old timers there, and they were impressed. And I was lucky enough to go down by one of the practices at one point, and he had the entire group really doing yeoman's work, and we're playing for each other. So I'm high hopes for Coach Crawford.
He comes from a great background, right? He played at Florida State, which happens to be the school that I absolutely admire and love. Yes, exactly. The reason I wore 10.
Yep.
Now,
maybe that's the reason he wore number 10.
Billy Dunn was another reason.
Right.
Again, somebody else who was gone way too soon.
Yep.
But Derek Brooks is the man.
Yep.
Great run there by Martinez. Gets 3 yards out of it. We get 2nd down and 7. Played professional football. He knows what it takes, right? He knows what it takes, the hard work and the dedication that it takes to get to where you have to get to. It's his first year. He's 4 games in. This is his 5th game. Let's give him a chance, right?
Sure.
Good keep by Gabe Rodriguez there.
Go.
He's got the corner. He's got the side. Good block by Martinez. He cuts back.
Nice.
And we get a touchdown for the Presidents.
Tackle from here in that one.
So we got a little RPO there, right? You got a pull and guard. Good block there by 54. Gabe gets a little bit of space, and like I said, he's big, he's strong, and he's fast.
Yeah. Alex got in the way there just enough.
Just enough.
Yep.
Hat on a hat right there. Good cutback by Gabe. He does a great job finding the end zone.
Way to keep your feet in the ref, too.
Yeah, a little trip and fall there. It happens. But, there's another classic situation of not quitting, right? Not giving up.
Why is the clock running?
It's running on the field, too. I have no idea. Oh, high school, 34 points.
Oh, okay, right.
Which is not 34 anymore, though. But points, they run it back. Quincy High obviously going for 2 here. I'll tell you.
Back to him.
Get to the corner,
right
Martinez.
There.
He's in. Great job. Great job by Martinez. Making something out of nothing right there. Getting to the corner, using his speed to get to the pylon and finding the pylon. I'll tell you, the reason you go for 2 right there is you're working on something.
Well, yeah.
You're working on
right,
something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It might not help you today, but maybe next week you need a 2-point conversion for the win, and you're trying to find out if that's the right play or not.
Well, it's funny you say that because at the end of the half, when they ran that little hook and lateral that they were talking about the other, that almost went for the pick 6. That was a moment where. So actually, the clock should stop now, shouldn't it?
No, it's working. It's moving. It should stop now.
Yeah,
I thought it was 34. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, so
Mr. Doherty keeps showing us the replays. He's trying to say his knee was down before he got in.
Oh, that's over right there.
Yeah, it's good. As soon as he hits that pylon, it counts. It's all right, Mr. Doherty. Listen, we know what high school you went to. We get it. That's good for 2 points. And the ball's out. That's what he's saying. The ball is all right. The ball is out. Yes, the ball was out. We're going to need another angle. Have to get John to get another camera down there. The ball was out. But 2 points is good. If they say it's good, guess what? It's good.
That's it. It's over.
Oh, no, they said it was no good.
Oh.
So the scoreboard says 8, but the QATV monitor says
there's okay.
8. Come on. You guys are killing me. It's my first time up here. Making me look worse than I am. No surprise here. Onside kick by Quincy. Recovered by Pembroke's number 18, Jaden Leonard. Pembroke will take over. And the clock is still moving, Scotty. So If there's something you want to get in, you got 8 minutes and 30 seconds to get in.
Well, I just the amount of people I'm going to sit here and try to give thank yous to the amount of people that helped out here. The entire school committee, and I should name them all: Emily Lebo, Doug Guttro, Frank Santoro, Paul Bergoli, Kathy Hubley, run by Tina Cahill. She put it all together, paid for the Jumpy House, which is a big deal. And they all showed their faces here today, so I was happy to see them. They did, there was a lot going on in the city this week, and today, I should say. So it was good to see them show up. The Fowler House donated sunglasses, and they are the hottest commodity. Oh, look at this.
Pembroke's backup running back, Reese Dutton, comes back for the first play from scrimmage and gets a touchdown here.
Touchdown, Pembroke.
Owen Pace was still in the game, but he was the backup running back. He comes in and he gets 6. All the good work that Quincy did to go down there and score, and man, they give it right back.
Yeah.
40-8 with an extra point pending. Listen, at this point in time, my opinion, the most important thing is that Quincy High stays together.
Sure.
Right? You could point fingers all you want, but you know what? You just stay together as a team, and you get to practice on Monday, right? This game is over in 6 minutes. You can't change it. You can only affect next week, right? And you come back and you get better when you travel to Hanover next Friday night at 7 o'clock at Hanover High School. Extra point is good, and he makes a score 41-8. Pembroke Titans 41, the Quincy High Presidents 8, with 6 minutes running clock, 6:21 left in the game.
I have thanked so many people, really, and I know I said it earlier, but we should really thank Principal Ford, Vice Principal Smith, for all their work on this too. They've really been helpful. Kevin Mahoney and Matt Rodriguez. Matt really stepped it up this year. He's been incredibly helpful. He was a good liaison between all the groups and activities, and like I said, there's something always going on, especially this weekend. It's a long weekend, and it's a chance for families to get away. So, for the advisors and the coaches and the teachers and everybody to give their time to the kids. As the husband of an educator in the Quincy Public Schools, I know how much is asked of you, and we really appreciate all the efforts that you put into getting here. And I think I mentioned Constable Dave McCarthy donated the T-shirts for the girls and boys soccer teams, and the alumni donated for the football team, and the volleyball team was Josh and Mark Giordani. They donated the T-shirts for that, and I should have mentioned them right off the bat because I needed someone to step in, and they immediately stepped up. J&M Pools, they do a phenomenal job with installing pools, but they stepped right up. Mark is a legend from the 70s, and his son Josh is a legend from the 90s and early 2000s, and both from multiple sports. So it's it's really, we owe them a lot. We owe a lot to the people that keep coming back, and they do it with no fanfare and with no thank yous. They just want to help.
I believe Mark was the last cut by the Giants.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
He played with Lawrence Taylor and said that he was the biggest and meanest man he's ever been around. Are they not allowed to call a timeout?
I don't know, because that clock is moving, right? So if this timeout lasts 4 minutes,
no,
then we'll have the answer to that. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, they did.
That's why we have another guy fall down. That's so for an injury they have to stop the clock. I guess in Federation rules.
Jimmy Ray out there, the HDO coordinator. Kid works hard.
Yeah, he does. Yep. Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's Gabe Rodriguez getting stretched out, but I think we understand why Gabe was getting stretched out.
Yeah.
Right? We've got to stop the clock. We've got a couple plays in. When can we expect the winter roll hats? Do you have a date for it? Do you have a time frame? We know it's going to be like a Midnight Madness type thing, like you did last year. What can we expect?
Well, so last year we did it. We probably did it a week early. The cuts happened, I think, on Tuesday, Wednesday of that week, and we had it on Friday. The teams really hadn't been formed as much as they probably should have, so we were shooting for a Friday night. Ended up being the Friday night. We didn't want to mess up anybody's seasons or schedule or anything like that. So we'll be extra mindful of the calendars and the schedules for everybody, and that's usually right after.
Definitely pass interference there. O'Donnell had Martinez open, and he came back for the ball, and
so
he got tackled.
We'll shoot for probably the mid to second week of December. We'll have a nice event. We have trying to give away all the prizes. We'd love it if alumni step up if they're looking to be engaged. We love the sponsors. We'll put your names in the back. We'll give you all the credit that you deserve, and hopefully this is something that we'll just keep going on. These kids deserve it. They've done a lot of work to hold up their end of the bargain by coming out and showing up. I mean, the fan section today was packed. And on a rainy, terrible day, everybody was here. So really give all the kids the credit. I'm happy for them.
Good ball there and good catch by Martinez. Great catch by Martinez. Great ball, too, right? Got rid of it right away. Quick drop, got rid of it right away. I asked Coach Noble, he said to defer to you. I have a tremendous Roll Hat sweatshirt on. I got one for my father. I see Roll Hat stuff everywhere. How do I buy it? How do I get it? How do I find out when the next Roll Hats is? How do we do this?
We have a Facebook page that's really been set up. We try to do our best to update it. We haven't really put anything together online. It's really been on a case-by-case. And again, we are into the final moments of our second year, and I haven't thanked Tom Fratellillo, who is the architect of the actual Roll Hats logo. He very simple, and in every sport he's done it, and he's done it at a very reduced rate. He's run out of business, so we wouldn't ask him to do anything for free. But he gives all the proceeds really back to the kids, and it's really just been a beautiful job. So this has been a really
Scotty. Wow. They just announced Scott Campbell won the 50-50. Wow. He'll be at the Fowler House after if anybody wants a drink or a pizza. So you just it's Facebook, it's word of mouth.
Yeah, I mean,
let's get it out there.
If the interest gets there, we'll absolutely, positively, do what we can do to.
Pass is incomplete.
We'll do what we can do to make it available to people. We really, really love the idea that people are interested in, and we'll do anything we can to get the word out and to keep people going. And I think the more we see it, the more people like it, and people are really engaged in it. It's exciting.
I'll tell you, there's a new sheriff in town, if you will, with basketball with Matt Ramponi, and tremendous coach, person, big alumni. He is all in when it comes to alumni stuff. And I know if you're friends with Matt Ramponi on Facebook, I guarantee you'll know.
I'm pretty sure you won. Hopefully you donate it back.
maybe not by anything.
Yeah, no.
I know that if you follow the basketball team, you will know for sure when the Roll Hats Midnight Madness is.
Yes, and Matty's already really done a great job. I love Matty. He's as good as they come. Oh, we missed that.
Incomplete.
Intended for number 6, Gavin Regan.
With a running clock here, it looks like we have 10 seconds left in this game. There is a penalty marker down, but I don't think that matters in a game like this. They are lining up. The final score here from Veterans Memorial Stadium is Pembroke 41 and our Quincy High Presidents 8. Scott, before I sign off, let me give it to you one more time. Talk about Roll Hats, talk about everything. Talk about the 50-50 raffle.
Well, yeah. it's the good part about this Roll Hats event was we were able to get a lot of the groups and clubs and activity who don't have the means to come out into fundraise and to sell their products and their items and all these different ways in which we're trying to provide for them an opportunity to raise some money, and hopefully that was successful for a lot of the teams out there and the clubs, and that ultimately that's our goal.
Well, listen, I appreciate everything you've done as far as someone who looked up to you as a kid, who you coached as a player, and now as a friend and a mentor, as I'm just a little bit older than I was before. No age is needed.
Yeah.
As you are too, but that's a different story. Huge asset you are for Quincy High. Not so much Quincy High sports, but Quincy High in general. This Roll Hats thing is going to take off. It will continue to get bigger. And so, again, as an alumni, I appreciate everything that you've done. And as a friend, I totally appreciate everything you've done for me in my life as far as, and on the fields.
I can confidently tell you, Stevie, that you're my third favorite player of all time. The only other two are my two daughters. So.
Well, I would hope.
You're coming in at third as my favorite.
Listen, we got to put Chris Noble in there somewhere. So, listen, my name is Steve Mays, and Scott Campbell joined me tonight. I want to thank Coach Bob Noble and Coach Kevin Carey for also joining me. You won't have to listen to me anymore. John Caleri will be back next week. Quincy High is on the road at Hanover, but the Red Raiders are here. Thanks again for watching QATV. Final from Veterans Memorial Stadium and Roll Hats weekend. The Pembroke Titans 41 and the Quincy Presidents 8. Remember, Roll Hats.